Hey everyone, we are the Gratitude Girls.
The Gratitude Girls are in the house. Hi, Laurie. How are you?
Hi, Kathryn. I am wonderful. How are you?
I'm great. I'm great. Let's jump right into it tonight. I'll do a quick intro for myself, and then we have something to talk about. If you're tuning in tonight for the first time, my name is Kathryn Sarah Meyer, affectionately known as Rahra's in the house. I'm broadcasting to you from Niagara on the Lake, Ontario, Canada, where it is beautiful at this time of year. It is a little dream paradise. If you're in the area, think about coming out here. And I'm with my amazing partner.
And I am Laurie Delk Radecki, and I am outside of Nashville, Tennessee.
Tonight, we're going to talk to coaching and training. This is what we're doing right now. This is our free coaching and training. So we're going to talk to you about on the fly. What do you do on the fly? So Laurie's setting up the tech, and I'll just talk about two things that happened today. I got a quick phone call of someone who on the fly had to change an appointment. Something came up, life situation said, I need to change to tomorrow. It happens. Life comes up. It is life. That's what we're here to do. We're coaching. We're dealing with people's successes. We're dealing with things that aren't so successful. We're dealing with indecision, with procrastination sometimes. But what do you do on the fly? Sometimes you change your mind or you change an appointment. What do you do? Oh, well, that's what I was the recipient of today. And then after, maybe I'll come back and tell you some of the things that I do on the fly. What about you, Laurie? Do you come in contact with any on the fly decisions people make?
Yeah, absolutely. And sometimes we have to make them too, right? Like I am huge proponent of if it's going to happen, it's going to go in my calendar. So the minute I plan something, the minute anything goes on the schedule, it goes in my calendar. And, my kids know this, my husband knows this, and I very much so try to stick to my calendar no matter what. But the same thing, life happens, things happen. Sometimes stuff goes awry or whatever, and things have to change. And so, yes, you have to also be willing to be a little bit flexible. And you can apologize, obviously, if you're going to miss an appointment or whatever, you apologize, you try not to ever do it. And so that way people know your routine, right? They know how you are, and they know that if you ever do this, it's not your normal character, right? And so, but things can happen. I had several years ago, I had one of my kids that called me right before I had like 3 meetings back to back. And they called saying that they thought, and it ended up being their transmission went out on their car. They were sitting on the side of the road, right? I happened to be in town that day, but I had 3 other in-person meetings back to back. But I'm not going to leave my child, even though they're an adult child, but still sitting on the side of the road, right? So I made provisions and made some changes quickly and made some phone calls. And yeah, and those are things that either you do on the fly for other people, or sometimes you have to do for yourself, but to accommodate someone else or whatever, like in my situation. But it's still things you have to think of on the fly, and you have to, like I said, you have to be flexible.
That's a really good point. Some of the things that we do on the fly, or I'll include my quick start husband, because his Colby, he's a 9. If I want my husband to do something, I don't ask him today for next Tuesday. I'll say, hey, babe, I'm dressed. I'm all ready. I have some time. You want to go to a movie, or you want to grab a bite to eat? On the fly, we'll do something like that, where it won't really impinge on anything else. And we know we have the rest of the evening free for whatever reason. I mean, we have scheduled things that we plan, but we will go out to have a bite, or we'll go for a walk. We'll say, you know what, now's a good time. I have an hour and 20 minutes, or I have 2 hours. How about we take a walk instead of? And those are great things to do, because if we could put our health first, and you think about what you do for work and how we accommodate our, bridge ambassador, our bridge clients, our Gratitude Girls clients, How we do that is great, but what do we do for ourselves? So on the fly, I would invite you to slot in, maybe it's a manicure, maybe it's a walk, maybe it's get a facial, get your hair done. Maybe it's just to sit, meditate, take a session, go to the gym. Laurie, you're always at the gym. Those things are important because if you can slip an extra one in, that just means we're getting there a whole lot faster, right? What a difference a day makes.
Right. Yes, exactly. And yeah, exactly the same thing. Kevin and I plan things all the time, but we also love to leave times open for on the fly things. And exactly that. And like he did that this morning. I didn't go, but he got up early, just happened to get up early. And so he sent me a text and didn't wake me up and snuck out and went to the gym on the fly. Right. But then he was able to get done and get back before I even really started my day. So
this is great. These are things to inspire us when we surround ourselves with that. So hopefully we're inspiring our audience tonight to do something for yourself on the fly. If it means canceling an appointment, well, okay. But if we can encourage you to do something on the fly for yourself, to do something really important to make you feel better, just think about that. Imagine if you did that every day for 365 days. You did something good for yourself. Well, I'm not going to say any more, Laurie, but I'm going to leave the rest to you.
yes, absolutely. And so, yes, just think about that. Yes. So I want you to think about that 365. So Gratitude Girls 365. And it is coming up. So make sure to check out our website if you're watching, gratitudegirls.com. You'll see new things there sometime this week, very soon. And also, we do this free coaching every single week. So if you have any comments, questions, anything, you can comment below. You could also give us a review, a ratings on whatever social media or podcast you are listening to us on. We would love that. And subscribe to us on all the different channels so you never miss anything. And if you want to see a lot of the past shows, go to our website. You see all the past shows there. We have like over 12 years, like
Yes.
stuff of every single week, different things all the time. So, and tons and tons and tons of free coaching. So, and you can also join our group on Facebook as well. And make sure to tune in. Like I said, next week, we will have some new stuff for you on our website. Thanks for tuning in, everyone. Have a great night.
Have a good night. Thank you. Ciao.